My name is Psalm Alfafara. I'm one of the founders and the creative director of SNK ATK. Well, the story of SNK ATK kasi how it started talaga. Me, Dwight, and Kirby, my co-founders. We were watching videos ni Errolson Hugh from ACRONYM, and that was when he released yung mga ACRONYM jutsu na videos where he was like demonstrating all of the features that you can put into a jacket. And that was our first exposure into like multifunction wear, like technical wear. And we were like, okay, this is really cool, let's buy it. And then when we went to the site, it was super expensive. Like even now, it's like really, really expensive. So we were like, you know, let's just make our own. How hard could it be? And here we are 8 years later, and I can tell you it's really hard.
So between your staple releases, there's the popular ones like yung Noragi variation. You also had that collection with yung Dark Days, yung Core. Pero for you, which one would you consider is the most valuable to the brand?
That's a good question. I'd say it's our Umbra Naragi, which was released back in Dark Days. The reason why it's a traditional pattern that I actually stole from a book of traditional Naragi patterns from back in the 60s, I think.
Was that intentional, you going into that book, finding that reference of design or element that you use as an anchor point?
I was looking to be more authentic to the piece that I was creating. It was talagang intentional siya. I really researched about it. I really looked for traditional Naragi patterns from back in the 30s, 40s, and 50s. And in one of those pages was a traditional Naragi pattern, and I used it as the basis for the Umbra. And then from there, I just added pieces and subtracted pieces, pero the shape of it talaga is very traditional.
Without getting into the specifics, ano yung journey of a garment look like behind the scenes, from sourcing and development to sustaining it throughout?
Well, we follow a slightly modified process of the general production process. Since a lot of our stuff is experimental, I put a lot of emphasis with prototyping and wear testing. It starts with the fabric. That's where everything starts from. It's like whatever design you have in mind, dapat may kasama na kagad na fabric.
Kasi we really try to define it as technical because we don't want to be pigeonholed into techwear. Because if you look up techwear on Instagram, it's like a totally different thing. But that's where we started. And now we are more on the technical and functional and experimental side. Because we don't want to get pigeonholed into just one sort of subgenre of clothing.
Any particular interest on other genres? Bakit sa technical and functional kayo na attract?
It stems from me being like my anti-fashion background. It's what attracted me to technical clothing in the first place. Na clothing can just not be visual. It's not just performative, but it's also functional.
It could be a creative urge or cultural gap that you noticed or something more personal. What was happening in your life at the time you pushed to create SNK ATK?
Actually, a lot of things were happening in my life back then. I had just gotten a job as a creative director for an Australian company. And in fact, I was about to leave the Philippines to work in Australia. However, the urge that you're talking about was just the urge to create something cool, something that inspired me in my youth. I loved cyberpunk even before I knew what it was called. So I wanted to make something that I would wear. And if someone else would like it, then happy ako. But it was mostly for myself. And it was mostly for us, for ourselves.
May part ba na the creative risk also amplified a bit now? Or I guess parang in terms of level of maturity din, like in terms of creative, meron din bang parang, oh, heck, I can do that now. Or maybe I can gonna be doing it on this perspective.
Well, creativity is all about risk naman kasi. If you're willing to actually pour your life and sacrifice your life into something, it might as well be something na you really believe in. A creative venture is without risk, then you don't have the same amount of passion, diba? You don't have the same amount of excitement for it, diba?
Having been following Sneak Attack for a few years now, I've seen that you guys have been collaborating with mga IP brands such as Nissan, Mobile Legends. Is there a particular brand or IP you're hoping to work with in the near future?
Well, I'd always default back to my favorite cyberpunk movies, like maybe Akira. It's always a dream collaboration to work with Idol. If there would be like even a small chance to design a piece together with Errolson Hugh of ACRONYM, I'd love that. Maybe top of the list is Porsche, and then maybe a close second would be BMW. But a particular car lang from BMW, the E3, the M30, the box type car. Like I love that. I love that car. Like that's my dream car.
How do you envision Sneak Attack positioning itself as a brand moving forward?
Oh, that's a good question. I'd like Sneak Attack to be more bold and experimental, which is why one of the more important things that we're working on right now is really increasing the capacity of our lab. So I'd like to delve into parang future processes like 3D printed clothing. I would just like to add that when, as a designer, just trying to do something new or getting out there, the most important thing for you is your team, right? You can carry the vision as far as you can, but without your team to believe in it, then you'll never really go anywhere. The secret sauce, I think you have to romanticize the process. You have to fall in love with it. It's more about falling in love with the act of making it, the act of seeing it through. Kasi passion can only take you so far. But if you fall in love and you romanticize the process, and you keep at it and you keep loving that process, hopefully down the line, the process will love you back.